Hey, good evening. It's another day today, and it's the 1st of December, 2025, and it's, of course, another trading day. Sorry, I'm just trying to quickly get this connected. Um, Someone's going to say he's not very professional, but hey, it doesn't matter. We here. Okay, is it working or no? Just give us a second. Feels like magic. Okay, we're here now. Sorry about that. Good evening, and it's the 1st of December. Happy New Month, people. And of course, what a start. Anyway, I present this raw footage. Haven't really got much time for editing, etc. But anyway, so are we? Oh, here we are. I hope everyone's had a great trading day. Of course, the first day to the trading to the last trading month of 2025. And so, how did it go today? It's, should I probably say, quite an uneventful day, to be honest. But we shall see how it's been. I kind of have a bit of extra data here at the bottom of my screen, but I think yeah, I'll leave it on actually. So let me just share my screen so we can see what the markets looks like today. Like I said again, quite uneventful, of course. With it is crypto, it is everything. But anyway, first we woke up to, we woke up to Bitcoin, and it was literally sinking this morning. Ethereum as well. Look at that. I mean, it does not respite at all for Bitcoin. And like I said again, as I was sharing my screen earlier, if we if you look at Bitcoin year to date, it's a very bad 10% down. But we know this thing how it moves when it wants to move or when it decides to move. It goes heavily. And again, they say there's no good news below the 200 moving average. So yeah, it's not great, unfortunately. And of course, if you have to look at how it's performed against other assets generally, this is Bitcoin. Of course, you can see there 5 year time. Oh, actually not bad, 360%. So, it's still leading 360%. Apple 5 year time is 130. Amazon is a measly 45%. And yeah, okay, S&P 86%. So yeah, it's still the leader in 5 year time, in 5 years, but over the last 3 years, the return has been really, really abysmal. For 3 months, it's been quite poor, and year to date as well. As you can see, it's the poorest, really, even lagging behind, behind where is the, behind currency, which is bad. But yeah, again, these things are quite volatile, so you got to be careful. That's number one. Number two is if you actually look at other crypto-denominated assets as well. I mean, none of them, most of them, it didn't bode well with majority of them as well. Today, you could see Bitcoin, coin down there. I mean, I'm going to make a point at some point. CLSK again. So, Queen's Park, which I mean, this thing's got future. I mean, you can see it was at 10 just a few days ago, or even below 10, and that was what 20th of November, just about 10 days ago, and it's done a 50% rally in just over a week. Also, I mean, I'm just gonna look at the ones that come to my mind. BTBT 5%, Bits Dear, I can't remember that one, which this actually put a bullish setup. But again, that's my line right there. And of course, BMNR, which recovered very well last week, but eventually it just again couldn't get to hold. As you can see, picked up last week and eventually could not get to hold. So there's quite a few a few positions like that. Also, even Hive as well, actually. Hive also, no, not IVE. Hive as well, which literally created. I mean, anything crypto right now, it just seems to be a no go, no go. And I think let me look at Ethereum against the same thing. Well, yeah, if you look at Ethereum as well, this just looks like, I mean, this was my call for my, for the group anyway, at the start of the year, and this has actually played out. So I keep saying I'm going to take it out. So it was right there. We thought it was going to come down here. Let me just take away the moving averages so it's not messing with the view. Yeah, there you go. That's what we had. Earlier in the year, and we thought the play was going to be literally. I haven't had to redraw this line this way, this way, this way, and that. So yeah, that's literally where I stopped and stopped looking at it. And of course, it's broken again since then. So is it going to pick up? When is it going to pick up? I don't know. Again, over the past 5 years, Ethereum has done 400% return against Apple's 127. Amazon's 44, or S&P 88%. So yeah, overall it's actually been bad, but year to date it's been a poor 11%, and over the last 12 months, measly 22%. 20%. Even the last 1 month, it shed over one fifth of the value. So with the most coming in the last 3 months, it hasn't been a great return on investment, unfortunately. But again, you know what you're in for if you're investing in this crypto asset. So what can I say? I'm not sure. Also we're looking at I'm looking at oil, crude oil. It all depends on how you type it. WTI, Brent is England or UK, for example, British. But WTI probably better. Crude oil similar differences. But anyway, we thought with the with macros, that's driving this, Venezuela and America, we thought this is going to move. But again, no position at all. Just looking, well, I've got position, but not new position. Watching this and nothing right here. If at all, it's just been on a collapse, really. So he hasn't disappointed, or he hasn't surprised me. No surprises right there. Also, crude oil, cocoa, which is my, staple. We keep calling the group staple. That picked up apparently last week. We were waiting for the 4,000, low 4,000s, but that picked up again. I probably say I'm still not, no surprises right there. I mean, I'm just going to leave it right here, and there you go. No breakout, nothing. So that's cool. So we still watching and paying attention to that. What else? Okay, yeah, that's that one. What I wanted to talk about with crypto and a few commodities. Yeah, we're looking at the yen, but there's no point posting that here. Also, I think I heard something about NVDIA. NVIDIA, they purchased was it 2 million commons stocks from, what is the company again? If I can remember quickly. Tick. Just checking my notes here quickly. So NVIDIA, they purchased. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's a chart I put in the group as well, which I'm going to compare. Looking at Bitcoin against the gold in terms of the performance. But yeah, so I can find it. Let's see. Someone will say you should have got all your notes before you start. Of course, I do have my notes. I'm just sifting through them. Okay, there you go. SNPS. So yeah, SNPS. And I'm going to come to talk about NVIDIA with the TPUs and CPUs debate. And that's what you can see. NVIDIA bought 2 million from this company. Not a bad company at all. Not a bad point to buy. But at the same time, the market, they couldn't really sustain much of the move. But now, if you look at NVDIA itself, there's a debate here. I'm literally only talking from the technical point of view. We think this is done. I mean, I don't know, but what can we see here? As far as I'm concerned, I don't see this upside holding for that long. I think there's quite a lot of liquidity which has been trapped below, and I believe, I mean, it's just, again, your beliefs don't pay money in the market. Market don't care about your beliefs. Just my opinion right here. I think there's a bit of liquidity trapped down there, and that's what I think is going to happen. So what does that mean? I'd rather find my other AIs or in other places. Credit, for example, is another quality AI which people tend to ignore. And it actually has, unfortunately, this has actually just moved. Yeah, this has been doing very well, I would say, and it was moved back on the commodities. Something I was looking at, and I think I dropped a note about this in the group. We're talking about gold. Gold has been, it's just been amazing, unstoppable. From the 4,000. Went up, came back down. People thought it was done, and resurgence. Now, silver did the same thing. Now, if you look at silver, actually last Friday, and I hope you didn't miss out on it. Let's look at it. Silver. Look at silver. Silver ran up to 58. I mean, who would have thought silver could go all the way to 58? I mean, I haven't got a dog in this fight. Therefore, one thing I've just said is stipulation is, look, they go for gold. Now they think it's too expensive. They go for silver. Now they think it's too expensive. What do you think they go for next? Because people not paying attention. Look, platinum has had its run as well. So I just think it's the season for precious metals. Platinum has had its run, and I've been looking at this, and I just thought I missed out. So therefore, what are we looking at in the group? We're looking at palladium. How it plays up to us, how it plays up to you, none of this financial advice we're looking at in the group right now. We're looking at this palladium right now, and we think it's got quite a lot of, buy low, sell high, great investment strategy right there. Anyway, that's all I know. So that's something we're looking at, and I think year to date is done about 58%. There is still a lot of opportunity. We believe is still in here, and that's something we're paying attention to. And of course, also there was something about what's it called? Michael Berry said today. What did he say? He said, I'm just trying to see if I can post the notes here quickly. And this is something he said about Tesla. I mean, it's not for me. I haven't got a dog in this fight, really. But anyway, you can't really see my notes right here. But let's see if I can get the background from the background. There you go. So what did he say? He criticized Tesla, his Substack newsletter. He said it's ridiculously overpriced and highlighting shareholder dilution of about 3.6% per year without buybacks. He warned that Elon Musk, which is CEO's potential 1 trillion stock compensation package could worsen the stock. And he also argued that the stock is priced on fantasy, relying on perpetual growth and minimal discounting rather than fundamentals. He has also criticized other tech firms, including NVIDIA, Palantir, and recently launched his newsletter after closing Scion Asset Management. Okay, if you look at Tesla here, what is my opinion? Again, purely opinion, which means accounts for nothing. And if looking at Tesla right here, it hasn't been, 5 years. I've got to say great returns, but again, on the trend line, it looks like there's quite some upside here. I mean, Tesla's got some really stubborn calls, you got to say, and of course, and they push this up. I mean, my initial thesis is they might stay 500 before the end of the year, but look, we've got just about 70 points. Are we thinking you can still see another 20%? Probably not, and it's not looking like that. Why not? Because I mean, that's the thing about trading. You change your mind when new data comes in, And what did I see? I mean, this literally just came in a few minutes ago. In November, the Tesla's vehicle sales in France dropped 50. And if you can see, it dropped 58% to 1,591 units, with year-to-date sales down 33%. Registrations also fell significantly in Denmark and Sweden. I mean, November 2025, it registered 6,215 new cars in Norway, which is 175% year-on-year rise, setting a new annual record of 28,606 vehicles ahead of tax hikes. So, but then again, very precise. So, it's up and down. The biggest big markets, it's dropping. France is dropping. I think United Kingdom as well, it's dropping. So, what do we know? I don't know. I mean, Tesla, of course, I think Musk is permanently eyeing the robotic side, the AI side, and that's what he's looking at, for his bread. Well, he's got more than bread and butter, but that's what he's looking at anyway, for his new energy, to channel his energy towards. So, but technically, where do I see this? I mean, people say do not bet against Musk. I mean, I don't know. I think the growth has literally been stalling for a while now, and without having to force anything, it kind of looks like we still got some upside here. So I definitely wouldn't trust this thing at all. I mean, it's got huge liquidity trapped up there. I wouldn't short it. I mean, but at the same time, I wouldn't touch it really. I think I'm a very short-term trader when it comes to Tesla, but I think my final thoughts about this is, generally, what do? We buy great assets at great prices, but what do we do after that? Generally, what do we want? Great assets, great prices. So this is where we come in. Trading, you need your chart to set your levels. You don't want to just blind buy. I think people often discount technicals, but people forget that technicals and fundamentals, they do actually go together. They could marry and help you get a better result. But that's for me today anyway. I hope you've been had fun listening to me, and I hope it's been a great evening. Hopefully you had a great time trading today, and I shall see you again on the field tomorrow. Have a good day. Have a good night. Bye bye.